Okay, hey guys, this is me, my pet Justin. I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let's get 1,000 likes, 1,000 subs, 1,000 views on this video. Anyway, let's get started.
At last, I've uncovered the secrets of what it means to be a Disney princess. Behold, Princess Pat, the first theorist princess. According to last week's episode, I have everything I need. I've got my royal theory dress, which is very highly merchandisable to the 4-year-olds. I've got myself my sassy animal sidekick, and I've got a can-do attitude. Disneyland Soundsational Parade, here I come.
Not so fast, haha! I told you once and I'll tell you again, you'll never be a Disney princess!
What do you mean, Mouse? I did everything you said.
I call the shots around here, pal, and you'll never make it into my exclusive princess room!
Wait, the random room labeled princesses in the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Yeah, eat it!
But that's so arbitrary. Why does being in a room in a completely separate movie qualify you as a princess?
You'll never know because you'll never make the cut! Watch as all those dreams of being a pretty princess wither and die, and I suck on those sweet, salty tears!
You're insane!
Insanely wealthy, you mean?
Mouse, you're no mouse at all. I know what you are now. You're just a rat. Just a dirty rat! Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that continues to be a royal pain to the Disney canon by uncovering the double standards in princess selection. Now, if you haven't seen the first part of this series, click here to make sure that you're all caught up as we set off on a quest to determine what makes a princess truly a Disney princess. Last time we concluded that you don't need to be heroic, chosen by fate, you don't need to be able to sing, heck, you don't even need to be a princess. In Disney's eyes, being a princess is all about what you're wearing, the dress, i.e. anything that can be sold at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Disneyland. Oh, and you also need an animal sidekick. And that's it! That's all there is to it! With an automatic disqualification if you might be mistaken as a prostitute. But after figuring all of that out, we still have to come back to why I started doing these episodes in the first place, to figure out whether Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph would qualify as Disney's newest princess, or, at the very least, whether she deserves to be in the Disney princess room that's shown in Wreck-It Ralph 2's trailer. You see, last time we looked at what has historically qualified a character as a Disney princess, but the princess room in the trailer appears to be an updated Disney princess roster, one that's more open and more inclusive. Or not, but there's only one way to find out. So let's get ourselves into the throne room where it happened to find out for ourselves what qualifies you as a Disney princess in the world of Wreck-It Ralph 2, and whether Vanellope might be the newest addition to the Disney princess lineup. So first, who are the Disney princesses of Wreck-It Ralph 2? Well, looking at the trailers, we can identify Jasmine, Snow White, Cinderella, Pocahontas, Vanellope, Elsa and Anna, Moana, Belle, Rapunzel, Merida, Ariel, Aurora, Tiana, and Mulan. Interestingly enough, this doesn't line up with the official list of Disney princesses that we covered last time. Anna, Elsa, and Moana have all gotten upgraded for this particular movie. But even with this expanded roster, there are a few notable snubs. From Hercules as Meg and Hunchback's Esmeralda, to Princess Eilonwy from Black Cauldron and Kida from Atlantis the Lost Empire. So, just like last time, we have to deduce what separates the princesses inside the room from those outside the room to backdoor our way into the requirements for getting in, which will, in turn, allow us to determine if Vanellope truly meets all the criteria. Now, the fact that Mulan's in the room already eliminates the requirement of being an actual princess, i.e. the daughter of a monarch or the wife of a prince. As we covered last time, Mulan, for as cool as she is, never actually assumes princess status. Even still, it's worth mentioning that Vanellope is a princess in her own game. It is literally written into her code. So even if this was a requirement, well, she would definitely qualify on that front. Once inside the room, the princesses toss out a few lines that are less qualifications for princess status and more tongue-in-cheek jokes at Disney's expense.
Kidnapped or enslaved? No, are you guys okay? Should I call the police?
Rapunzel asks if Vanellope has magic hair, but obviously that shouldn't qualify someone as a princess because Rapunzel is the only person in the room with magic hair, unless you count Pocahontas' perpetual breeze blowing on her. So epic. Elsa asks about magic hands, but again, it's the same problem here. Elsa's the only one with those. Funny enough, even though Vanellope Penelope answers no to a lot of these questions, she actually qualifies for a bunch of them. I mean, think about it. Does she have a magic power? Yeah. In her first movie, she has the power to glitch. A power that she hones throughout the film and figures out how to control at the end so she can defeat the villain and reclaim her throne. Huh. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, yeah. Was Penelope cursed? I mean, she says no in the trailer, but yeah. Her code was tampered with in Wreck-It Ralph so she could be removed from the throne and placed into total obscurity for a long period of time. And if that doesn't sound familiar to you, well then maybe you should rewatch Tangled or Sleeping Beauty. Already, just based on those things, Penelope is scoring higher on the princess meter than most of the ladies in the room, which actually puts her in pretty good position to become the next addition to the Disney princess lineup. But we can't make this call based on a few random qualifications thrown out in the trailer. We need to find something that truly unites everyone we see in this room and disqualifies everyone that we don't see in the room. So the next logical thing is to look at the end of the scene. Here, Rapunzel asks if people all think that Penelope's problems were solved by a big, strong man when actually they weren't. When Penelope says, yeah, what's up with that? It's the punchline that confirms that Penelope really is a Disney princess after all. Now, last episode I gave the girls a hard time about this because guess what, Ariel? Both Triton and Prince Eric are forced to clean up your little mess and save all of Atlantica. How about complaining less about other people stealing your achievements and instead stepping up and owning your mistakes? That would be a good moral lesson. Sour grapes aside, this seriously can't be the qualifier for this room. I mean, sure, the older princesses in the room were indeed rescued by dudes who went around kissing unconscious women in the forest. But what about these ladies? It's awfully hard to argue that people think that the new guard of Disney princesses need a man when their movies specifically feature them flipping this narrative on its head. One of the most central themes of Moana is that a character like Maui, literally the archetype of the big strong man, is not the linchpin in the story. This theme is even more apparent in Frozen, where Disney intentionally takes the idea of love in princess movies and flips it around by making the handsome prince the ultimate villain. Love doesn't have to be romantic love. In fact, the strongest love is with your sister. It's actually a really nice message. Real talk, I know we got super sick of Frozen there for a while because it was so overexposed everywhere, but seriously, if we all take a moment to take off our jaded glasses, it's a really good movie with some really good music, and honestly, it was really ballsy for Disney to do. So all that being said, is this room arbitrary? Is it just Disney giving up and randomly including some new popular princesses to keep everyone from complaining? Ha! Of course not. This is Disney we're talking about. They are way too smart for that. No, the Disney princess room in Wreck-It Ralph 2 doesn't come down to looks or animal friends or not need no man. Nope, it's not about who they are, it's about what they earn. The qualification for Disney princesses in this room comes down how much bank they can roll in for Disney. If you don't believe me, check out the stats. Websites like Box Office Mojo keep track of gross profits from movies going all the way back to the earliest classics like Gone with the Wind and Snow White, and even accounts for ticket price inflation. Now, this lets us compare how deep the royal coffers go for each of the Disney princesses that we see here, and it tells us a pretty clear story about what makes Disney treat a woman like royalty versus giving them the royal boot out of the Magic Kingdom. Looking at all the global gross adjusted profits for Disney princess movies, there are no surprises at the top of the list, with Frozen being the first modern Disney princess movie to gross over $1 billion globally with a single release. That $1 billion apparently buys you 2 seats in the Disney princess room. $73 million globally with Sleeping Beauty, down all the way to the low end of Princess and the Frog with 260 and $104 million specifically in the US. And wouldn't you know it, but that seems to be our cutoff. Anything that falls below the $250 million range for worldwide gross profits, or under $100 million in US profits, no longer makes the cutoff for entry into this room. It's the one thing that reliably separates the snubs from this room. Hercules, it only made $99 million in the US, so afraid Meg isn't getting past the bouncer. Hunchback, also in the low $100 million range domestically. Yes, Esmeralda, kinda treated like a Black Cauldron and Atlantis, both Disney movies featuring empowered female princesses, fall even further below the cutoff, so nope, they don't stand a chance. Remember, the Disney Princess merchandise brand makes $1 billion every single year, so these can't take a movie or the rest of the gals and, you know, sell dresses, tiaras, and dolls off the shelves. And I gotta out, each princess during her signature was at that slumber party, obviously the for to every. Then again, we on the internet lead. By the way, comfortable, you're gonna look amazing. So there you have it. You women entertainment of Disney are only worth what you're able to earn. That's gotta be worse than the messaging last episode. I mean, think about it. Hear strong female pride in this trailer, but the real power that's present here, they're not practicing what they care because of Disney's bottom line conclusion. True who don't man, well, you would see less financial. They're not. They are kept outside alongside Dumbo's Jim Crows so that you'll forget the stress. But with that said, now that we found the crucial differentiator, basically that all our princesses are major 1%ers for Disney, we can finally decide if Vanellope belongs in the room or not. Based on the gross adjusted global profit for the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, it earned $471.2 million, which definitely qualifies Vanellope for the Rich Princess Club. In the US alone, it raked in almost $190 million. Other in the room like Mulan and Tiana, and thereby securing Vanellope a spot at the lumber party. She'll represent the category princess. The geek actually, because Leia would also qualify for the room, and she would probably be the geek princess. Star princess, while she has no animal sidekick. Leia would be in this room, but as an official Disney princess based on the qualifications last time, she wouldn't be. Anyway, Vanellope at the very least would be like the gamer princess. So there you have it. Based on the qualifications required to get into the princess room, Vanellope does indeed qualify as a Disney princess. And if Wreck-It Ralph performs at the box office, she shouldn't get the boot. Right? Well, had it been a month ago, I would have said yes. However, there might be one more wrinkle to this that puts Vanellope's place in the Princess Hall of Fame in jeopardy. It has to do with Disney's latest action towards princesses, but their recent controversy chose the he's got a full inappropriate tweet made in 2009. Clear, they're really as they were women, which I put them here out of fear of the kids who watch a video about Wreck-It Ralph and Disney princesses, but I'm gonna put a link in the description so that you can read them and judge for yourselves, which you should in any sort of service like this. Read the information for yourself and make your own. A lot of stuff gets up with misinformation. Anyway, even though James Gunn deleted the tweets and apologized for him multiple times in the intervening years, Disney stated that, quote, the offensive attitudes and statements discovered on James's Twitter feed are indefensible and inconsistent with our studio's values, and we have severed our business relationship with him, end quote. If this is Disney's policy with its employees, though, they're gonna start running into some issues with other employees by Sarah Silverman. You see, just like Gunn, Sarah's early envelopes and diving headfirst into them. For example, had full episodes of Dead Deviants. She's racial late night program, actively the first person at the expense of Martin Luther King Jr. All things that seem fairly comparable to what Gunn did on his Twitter feed. And just like Gunn, Sarah Silverman has apologized and made it clear that she's embarrassed by a lot of those early jokes of hers. Now, I'm not casting judgment here. I report facts, and from those concoct theories. I have no problems with for a lot of really positive causes, and I firmly believe that humor, acceptable taste, and most importantly, people change over time. But with the James Gunn situation, Disney has set itself a precedent. It's there, currently being hotly debated in social media. None of us have a copy of Disney Code of Conduct, but Vanellope is truly contributing to the Disney Princess Powerhouse. Y'all might prepare a little change of voicing, just in case. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And breaks the internet, that is to internet. Andy, what do you do to stop? Well, you use a VPN. I do. And the one that I found the best results with is our sponsor for today, NordVPN. You could say that it protects film scripts. If you've used a VPN before, it's easy to use and you can install it across all your different devices. Whether it's the phone that you play Fix It Felix on, the tablet you write your fanfiction on, or the desktop where you complain in the comments that my theories are bogus on. Hashtag get MatPat off the internet. No matter what you're doing, you'll be doing it safely through Nord, which filters all the data coming in and out of your computer on the internet, making it a lot harder for someone to hack you or for other malicious stuff to happen to your devices. I mean, seriously, it's a lot of mine because it's basically like your own personal internet filter on a more Wi-Fi that security whole new meaning for me now. But regardless of whatever information you're looking to protect, the websites you're visiting, your information, whatever your reason will be safer and more protected online, check out NordVPN. Click it down there or head to nordvpn.com/filmtheory, nordvpn.com/filmtheory, where they're giving away a huge discount off their subscriptions with our code. Seriously, it is huge. It is 77% off, which is kind of a random number, but it's still a massive random number. It's like almost giving it away for free. So go there now because it's ending soon. Stay out of King Candy's clutches. NordVPN, 77% off. That's 1/7 away from jackpots. Although this is already a jackpot deal.
Anyway. Like I said, go watch MatPat if you haven't. If you're Pat. If you're not watching, also, if you're not watching this video, what are you doing with yourself? What is your life? What are you doing with your life? Get off your bed and do something with your life. I can sit here and do nothing because I just can, because I don't have anything to do. Anyway, bye guys, love you, hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and let's get started. Let's get, bye.